What is up, folks at home? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to hit the pond. We're going to talk all about frog sizes, when to throw them, what to throw, how to catch them on frogs. We're going to go underwater. I got Merrick here to help me today. We're going to catch them. Oh yeah, let's go. We'll see you out there. Got one. You ready? He's right there. Oh, pick him up. Got one. You ready? Here he comes. Scooping. Nice. Caught him. Bring him up. Oh, there you go. Bring him up. Nice. What we get? A bass. So guys, when you're fishing frogs, you want to start out with your traditional size frog. Here's the Strike King Sexy Frog. Legs not cut, nothing on it. You can see that is a normal size frog. I would put it in the 4-inch variety from tip to the tail.
When you're fishing frogs, you want to start out with that normal size frog. One, it's going to sit deeper in the water with its legs uncut, and two, it's just going to kind of walk. But really, when you're fishing a frog, you want to see, are the fish going to follow the bait, or are they going to stay in the cover and want to attack up? If the fish follow the bait, I'm going to throw a different frog. If the fish want to kind of stay in the cover, I'm going to throw the Sexy Frog. It's a heavier frog. It's got a rattle in it. It does a really good job at getting baits and bites in cover as opposed to pulling the fish out of the cover. It's got a pretty good walk on it. I like to leave the legs long on my Sexy Frog just because I feel like it's a cover-oriented frog and I'm going to get a better bite doing that. In contrast to that, we have this bronze eye frog here, and this is an excellent open water frog. I like to throw it alongside docks where I'm pulling those fish out into those open water. They're going to follow it. It's almost like a topwater walking bait, if you will. It does a great job of pulling fish out and drawing fish from underwater grass up to it. It's very active. It's got a very big sachet side to side. I really enjoy throwing the Spro Frog in more open water type situations because it has such a good walk. Plus, when you cut the legs down on a frog, it's going to be far more responsive. So I like to keep the legs long on my Sexy Frog, and I like to keep the legs short on my Spro Frog because I'm going to use them for different situations. So here we're throwing the Sexy Frog. Let's watch what happens.
Got one. You ready? You ready? Put the net in the water. Here he comes. Scoop him. Nice. Caught him. Bring him up. Oh, there you go. Bring him up. Nice. What'd we catch?
A bass?
Oh, a bass. Nice job with the net. Frog.
What do I can catch a fish?
Nice. On the frog. How many is that?
So that is...
First one?
So today the fish weren't really wanting to come out of the cover a ton to get it. They wouldn't follow the Spro Frog. The Sexy Frog got one bite, but that was about it. So I turned to the Popping Frog, and I really enjoy the Popping Frog in this situation because it is made to work in a very small area. The Popping Frog excels when fish are eating bluegill or eating frogs and they're not moving out of the cover at all. It's been a ton of rain here lately. The fish are up with the water. They're up in the cover. They're far away from, being in that open water. So the Popping Frog actually works really good. Plus it spits a lot of water and stays relatively in the same place, which is awesome. It's the frog that I throw under docks 90% of the time because it's going to come out of cover slowly and really good fish time to look forward. It also skips really well, as you can see there. I'm always going to skip any docks I'm around with frogs because there's fish up under those docks. You want to take your time and work each piece of cover effectively. Skipping another dock here. Let's watch what happens.
Got one. You ready? He's right there. Oh, pick him up. Nice. That's a good one. Woo. That is a good one.
That's a big bull.
The final frog that I always take frog fishing with me is the 2-inch version of a frog. You can see it's very much more subtle. It's not going to have as much action, but if the fish are really in a neutral or negative mood, the small 2-inch frog can make all of the difference in the world. The only thing that I don't like about the 2-inch frog is it's very hard to skip and control in different places. It's going to do a great job getting bites for you and generating different things, but the hard thing about the 2-inch frog is it does not have a big hook on it, and that can turn around and bite you sometimes. So here I watch a bass come out from the cover, follow this 2-inch frog all the way down to another stump, hook up. It's going to spit it real quick, but that's just part of it. Frog fishing is a spectrum.
But we wanted to mix it up. They were kind of hitting this, but they weren't, so I started throwing the Spro frog with cut down legs. It walks a lot better to see if those frogs, you know, if the fish were out from the bank a little bit, not in the cover. Turns out they weren't. They were all the way buried up in the cover. We were getting a lot of short strikes, so I started throwing this Live Target 2-inch frog, and it's a teeny tiny frog right there. And they really just didn't want to eat that, so it turns out we had to throw a popping frog today. And a popping frog is really good when the fish are not wanting to commit. They're not wanting to really chase that frog down. Popping frog allows you to keep it really close to the cover, doing sorts of things. If you guys enjoyed today's video, give us a like, subscribe, comment, tell us in the comment section what you want to see in the future. Let us know how we can make the channel work for you guys. What do we say, Merrick? All right, we'll see you next time, guys. Tight lines.